शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अंतर्धानादिशक्तिश्चेत् गंधर्वादिषु विद्यते विद्यतां नाम मृत्युस्तु तेषां शास्त्रेषु कथ्यते। Defects of bhogadhikarana, the place where all experiences take place, the gross body was seen. Thereafterward, bhoga sadhana, bhoga karana, that is mind, antakarana, how defective it is, that are described. Now, the defects of the bhokta, bhoktru dosha nirupanam. Among the bhoktas, there are varieties of embodiments which can be divided into three groups. Adhamaha, Madhyamaha, Uttamaha. Adhamaha, poor people. Madhyamaha, people who can command wealth, riches, power, possession, like emperors. Then Uttamaha, like Gandharvadi, Gandharva, Devadi embodiment. Even in Adhama, Madhyama, defects were there. Perhaps one may think that in Uttama embodiment, heavenly embodiment, there may not be any problem, it should be free from all the limitations. It is not so, even though they are endowed with such powers. Antardhanadicha shaktischet gandharvadishu vidyate. In them such power of this, that means being invisible. Antardhana means being invisible, aerially moving, etc. Such those powers are there. Vidyatam nama, let it be there. Even for them, Mrityu is there. Mrityu in the sense that embodiment is not going to continue forever. They have to return, even including Brahmaloka. Brahmaloka is supposed to be the highest one, and there the duration of stay is the longest one. Unless one is eligible for Kramamukti, even Brahmaloka is subject to return. In Shruti we do such statement. That means having gone to Brahmaloka, one doesn't return. That is, the statement is there. But it should be properly taken in the context, in the sense, if the person is eligible for Kramamukti, he gets at the resolution of the creation, along with Brahmaji, along with Hiranyagarbha, he gets moksha. Otherwise, so he doesn't return. That is true only in that kalpa. In that kalpa, all along he is there in the Brahmaloka. Next kalpa, he has to take other embodiments, not in Brahmaloka, according to other karmalas. So that being the case, that also end there. That is what is told here as Tesham tu mrityuhu shasteshu kate. It is told them the Shastra. We have seen from Mundakopanishad, Chandogya, Bhagavad Gita also says, Kshine Punne Martyalokam Vishanti. So once the Punya is over, they have to return to Martyaloka. They have to take to embodiments, the Bhuloka, depending on the other karmas and upasana phalas. Now one may say, now with this plight of this bhokta, always subject to death, how can anyone enjoy the sense object or aspire for this, all these sense object vishayas? Bhoktrunam nashvaranam kokaham. If you chant continuously, it will be ko. If you stop there, you have to make it kaha. Okay. So you see, if I chant like this, Bhoktrunam nashvaranam ko bhogasya nrutyu chintaya. Okay. Bhoktrunam nashvaranam ko bhogasya nrutyu chintaya. Shayano bhuvino kaschit mumurshurdhanichati. See, actually that word is kaha. Ko bhoga is there. Actually the word is kaha, but visarga, because of the following bha, becomes o. Sindhi is there. The conjunction is there. And when you read continuously, you have to read with the conjunction. But if you stop there, nashvaranam, you can't say nashvaranam ko, stop there. You have to break it, nashvaranam kaha. So also shayano bhuvi. If you stop at shayano, shayanaha, not shayano, shayanaha bhuvi, no. Now no, there is no conjunction, don't naha, don't make it. This no, you see that. This no is na plus u, no is there. So that is that conjunction is in the no only, you can't split it, the word by itself. Take anvaya. Nashvaranam bhoktunam mrityu chindaya ka bhogaha syat. Nashvaranam bhoktrunam mrityu chintaya ka bhogaha syat. Bhuvi shayanaha kaschit mumurshuhu dhanam no ichchati. Bhuvi shayanaha kaschit mumurshuhu dhanam no ichchati. This, with the plight of such jivas, bhokas, who are always subject to termination, subject to death, who can ever aspire for bhoga? Nashvaranam. These bhokas who are nashvaras means transient in nature, always subject to change and destruction. Nashvarana bhoktruna. In the case of bhoktas, the individual jivas are subject to destruction, who are transient in nature. Mrityu chintaya kaha bhogaha syat. Always what concern is there? Death. Death is certain. Like a lamb in front of a tiger. Think of it. Or suppose you are sleeping in some room and there is a cobra there. But can you sleep? Impossible. Can't sleep. So that was like this. What is that? Damocles sword, no? The Damocles sword, that's always like a hanging on the head with the tied with a hat. So that Mrityu is the sword there. So that being the case, with such a case, Mrityu chintaya kaha bhogaha syat. Or in our other old this thing. You know, in some cases, the tribals, etc., that means that it's not as was the Shastra, they give narabali. You know, narabali means the goats, etc. offered, human being also is offered. But before offering, you know what they do? They bathe him properly, they feed him, they feed him sumptuously. The fellow knows that he is being slaughtered, what can he eat now? Will he be able to eat? Will he actually relish the food as such? Because he is going to be slaughtered there. So that is, so Mrityu chintaya, always this sword of death is hanging on the head. The habhoga hasat, what sense enjoyment this person can have. Of course, even there is, what they say, like a frog caught up by a snake. And the frog was little big and the snake was small, and it was caught, but it is not able to swallow suddenly as such. It is snake also is struggling, but it is not going to leave it. At that time, the fellow is crying. While crying, one fly was flying by nearby. And what is this frog is trying to swallow that fly. This fellow is on the jaws of death, and is like that. Human beings also are. We do enjoy always in the mouth of what? Death. Don't curse Yamaraja, okay? He is poor guy. But our own karmapala, they say Yamaraja always moves with a noose, isn't it? And whoever is going to die, he puts the noose in the neck and pulls them. Yamaraja doesn't do it. I told you long back. If Yamaraja has to do, he has to start a rope factory afterwards. Keep a noose for everyone. That is what our karmaphalas only, they are like the noose. The moment karmaphalas over, the person can not continue even for a split second. It is considered as the noose as such. Yamaraja doesn't carry any noose, nor Yamadutas carry any noose. Figuratively it is expressed that way, that is fine. So, Vritti Chintaya Kaha Bhogaha Syat, what sense enjoyment, sense pleasure can this person ever think of? Now for this illustration is given, Bhuvishayanaha Kaschin Mumurshu. A person who is lying on the ground. And who is that? Mumurshu. Mumurshu means who is on the verge of death. Actually, literally, Mumurshu means Mattum Ichu Murshu. One who is desirous of dying. Nobody is desire of dying. Mumurshu means one who is on the verge of death. And Bhuvishayanaha, lying on the ground. What is Bhuvishayanaha? Custom is person who is on the verge of death, immediately they lift him, if he is on the bed, etc., and put him on the ground. That is good custom. Nowadays, what they Sarapanjara Shayya nowadays. You know what they say? Bhishma was on Sarapanjara, you know that? Bhishma, because he was so shot by arrows of Arna so much, fell down. He didn't fall on the ground. He fell on the place. All these arrows that were pierced in the body, he was lying on that. Only the thing was, the head was hanging below, because no arrow had pierced the head. So he was lying like that. So he already now bleeding, and so many years arrows have got pierced in the body. So at that time he asked for a pillow, because he had to wait for 56 or 58 days. He asked for a pillow. Duryodhana ran to bring soft kusi pillow. He said, is this a different pillow for me? Here, I am dying now, I am on the bed of arrows. Is it that? Call Arjuna. So Arjuna was called. And he shot arrows in such a way that what? He got a pillow of arrows only. Even the water also. So he brought all soft drinks. Duryodhana brought him all because he was thirsty. He brought all the best soft drinks as well. He refused. He said, ask Arjuna. Arjuna with arrow, with mantra shakti, he shot an arrow and made the Ganga to flow and fall in his mouth. Anyway, now Bhishma was on such Sharashaya. Nowadays, patients also are Sharashaya. Where in ICU, in ICU, so many are wherever there is aperture, you poke that tube. Otherwise what? You make the whole sand poke that tube. So this is the modern Sharashaya is going on. Nobody puts on the ground as such. Anyway, this was the custom, and therefore Bhuvishayanaha, lying on the ground means he is on the verge of death. Such a person, Kaschit, Mumurshuhu, one who is on the verge of death, Dhanam no ichchati, certainly doesn't aspire, doesn't desire for wealth. No means not indeed, certainly not. Not English no. No means certainly not. So therefore, certainly he doesn't aspire for wealth, he doesn't desire for wealth because he is dying. So likewise, who is that? A person who has got viveka will relish the bhogas when the death is always waiting the individual. So with this, the bhoktru dosha nirupanam, description of the bhokta is over. Now the question is, sir, we agree, this physical body is defective. Agreed. Bhokta, that is bhoktru karana, antakarana also is full of all problems. Agreed. Again, the bhokta also has got problem. Yet, when the sense object, Vishayas are capable of giving the happiness, and when they are the only source of happiness, should we not bear all this and enjoy the sense object? For everything you have to pay the price. So therefore, if we want happiness, and if that happiness in the sense objects only, we have to enjoy the sense object, for which all these inconveniences, problems, etc., we have to bear as the price that we pay for that. So what is the problem in that? We should bear. Now the nature of Vishayas, don't think that they have got really the capacity to give the happiness. These Vishayas, sense objects themselves are transient. With all effort, with sweat and toil, you may acquire them. By the time you enjoy, they may disappear also, or they may rot, they may get disintegrated. Finally, what is in store is sorrow only. So even from the bhogya standpoint, bhogya, the objects of enjoyment, this is not worth striving for. The effort that we put forth, we don't get the proper returns for this. So that is bhogya dosha nirupanam 20 and 21. Tishtatvasau bhoktru doshaha bhoge pishruyatamayam abdhirgiryadikam sarvam nashwaram kimutetarat. It appears like nashcharam, it is nashwaram. The misprint is that other that line should not have been there. Anvaya asau bhoktru doshaha tishtatu ayam bhogye api shruyata abdhi giryadikam sarvam nashwaram kim uta itarat asau bhoktru doshaha tishtatu. Okay, fine, let us compromise now. Let these defects, that means defective nature of the bhokta, let it be there. We have to pay the price for something. We can compromise with them, we can bear with them. So therefore, asau bhoktru doshaha tishtatu. Now, please listen. Ayam bhogye api shruyatam. Ayam means this. This means ayam stands for doshaha. Ayam means this. This means this dosha. Defect stands for whom? Bhogye api. Bhoktum yogyam bhogyam. That which is fit of experiencing, fit to be experienced, that is what is called bhogya. Even the bhogya, sense objects that we aspire for, that are desired, there also ayam, this doshaha shruyata. May you please listen. What is the? Even those things which are considered to be everlasting, like abdhi is ocean, giri, mountain, adikam, sun, moon. So we think that these are permanently there. So long as the creation is there, they are there. We think that even those things which are considered to be everlasting, sarvam nashwaram. Nashwaram means they are transient in nature. They are subject to destruction. If these things like mountains, rivers, at least rivers may dry one day, but not the ocean, not the mountains. Mountains can't, that means they can't, that get destroyed. These things also, nashwaram, they are destructible. If that is the case, what about the paltry sense object that we aspire for? Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, which are born and they are subject to destruction at any moment. Kim uta itarat, what to speak of rest of the sense object, means they are also subject to destruction. We can't expect them to be forever. And we want them forever for our sense enjoyment. They themselves are never going to be there forever. So therefore again what is in store is sorrow only. Still other doubt can be raised. The Shakayanya Muni may say, look here, all these defects and problems I do agree. But by sense enjoyment you can get freed from samsara. Why do you care for Atmadhyana? What was that was asked by this Brihadrata Raja? Atmadhyana. What for he asked for Atmadhyana? To get freed from samsara. All that you want is, you want the freedom from samsara. Enjoy to the best of the capacity this sense object, you will get freed from samsara. He says it is next to impossible. Doshan sodhva sakrut bhuktaha samsaro nashyati che na bhogairashitas न भोगैराश्रितस्यास्य संसारावृत्ति दर्शनात्. First line as it is. दोषान् सोढ्वा सकृद् भुक्तः संसारः नश्यति. इति चेत न, stop there, comma you put, न भोगैः आश्रितस्य अस्य संसारावृत्ति दर्शना. दोषान् सोढ्वा. Soढ्वा is enduring. Sah, having endured. Soढ्वा is having endured. Having endured all dosha. Well, all doshas are there, agreed, we don't refute that, but one has to bear them. So having endured all doshas, doshas of what? The gross body, antakarana and the bhokta, including the sense object, having endured all of them, sakrit bhuktaha samsaraha. Once you enjoy this, sakrit bhuktaha, once you enjoy the sense object, samsaraha nashyati. When the samsara gets terminated, it gets destroyed. Iti chet. If this is so, if anyone says so, it is not correct. That means, why bother about Atma Jnana? You bear all these, that means deficiencies and defects of at all the four levels and enjoy the Vishayas, samsara will go. So he says, answer iti chet. If one argues so, and one should not bother about Atma Jnana, the answer is, no, it is not correct. It is not correct. Why no? It says, bhogaihi ashritasya asya. Asya. Asya means asya jivasya bhoktuhu. For this individual who has taken resort to bhoga. Bhogaihi ashritasya asya. That is one. For the one, the mumukshu, not mumukshu. For the one, the individual bhokta jiva, who has enjoyed the Vishayas and who has taken resort to Vishayas, samsaravritti darshana. It is seen that he has to come and go, the travel in samsara, yatayat, coming, arrival, departure is never going to miss. That means go away, it is bound to be there. Why so? For Vishayas, for Vishaya Bhoga, what he should do? Karma. Now, merely desire you can't get. You have to act appropriately to gain the desired object. Karma means karma phala. Karma phala means future embodiment. Again, this cycle of karma, karma phala, janma, marana is bound to continue so long as one wants only the sense enjoyment. There is no question of any freedom from samsara. So, avritti, repetition, repeated transmigration is seen in the case of this person whose main goal of life is sense enjoyment. So therefore, just by sense enjoyment, even bearing all these inconveniences and defects, no one can ever hope to get freed from samsara. Why so? Let us see now. The answer is given. Bhoga kale kritam karma kuto janma dadati no andhakupasthito bhekaha ivaham samsruti sthitaha. Bhoga kale kritam karma kutaha janma no dadati. Kutaha janma no dadati. Andhakupasthitaha bhekaha iva aham samsruti sthitaha. Bhoga kale kritam karma. That means during the period of sense enjoyment, means during the lifespan when one dedicates totally for bhoga, sense enjoyment, kritam karma, inevitably the person has to take to karmas. That is unavoidable. So, and those karmas are bound to result in terms of karma phalas, papa, punya. You can't say, no, I will do all the time punya only and never papa. You know, in Vedanta there is a Purva Paksha always. Do nitya naimitya karma, don't do kamya and the nishiddha karmas, and prarabdha is exhausted by present, this thing. Moment you die, straight away moksha. So like that, I will always do punya only, papa I will never do. Even then sanchita is there to the account, and this is only a utopian dream. No one can ever guarantee that only punya will be done, including Dharmaraja. Think of it. Dharmaraja is the person who literally lived dharma. Even in the context where he could have resorted to Vishesha dharmas. For example, the game of dice. This game of dice, he could have got rid of that. All that he had to tell was, the game is foul. When Draupadi was, that means Draupadi was won by them, that the game is foul because they had not followed the norm. Just do umpires are there, no? For that government, like that. The game is foul, therefore this result is null. But he was not ready. Literally he stuck to the dharma. Many instances are there. So he had literally enacted dharma. Even he had to do what? Narova, Kunjarova. A lie was there. So like this, it is just next to impossible even from the great person. So that being the case, it is not possible. So this karma bound to be a mixture of papa punya. Maybe in a person who is deliberate and conscious of it, may take all pains to live the life of dharma, but somewhere or the little papa cannot be avoided, or it will be there generally. So janma, that's why he says, kritam karma kutaha no janma, kutaha janma no dadati. Why? How is that it will not give? Means, it's a question in the sense, definitely it is bound to give the future embodiment. Means punarjanma is inevitable for this person, thinking that, oh, I will not get the future embodiment, is a wrong concept. And that being the case, oh revered master, my condition is like this. What is my condition? I am unable to come out of this samsara. Like a frog caught up in a deep well. She says, Andhakupa sthitaha bhekaha. Bhekaha is frog. Where is the Andhakupa sthitaha? Andhakupe sthitaha. The frog that is in the Andhakupa. What is Andhakupa? Andhakupa can be a deep well. Deep well so deep, if you look in there, you will not be able to see the water, all is in darkness only. It is so deep that the deep well can be Andhakupa. Or it is also a well wherein overgrown with the plants. At the mouth of the well also plants are grown and you can't see the well beneath. So that is the mouth of which is hidden by this all plants overgrown there. So or a deep well. Deep well is the correct one here. Andhakupa sitaha. In a deep well, bhekaha, iva, like that, means this frog on its own cannot come out. If someone helps, it is possible. That's possible. Like that, this sometimes, villages, etc., there are wells without the fence. And these cats, what they do? They go, sometimes they fall. Now how to take them out? There is a way out. What that? You take a basket of cane, basket of cane, tie with the ropes, and in that you put the stones, because if you simply leave that, it will float. So you put the stone and the basket gets, that means submerged, and you maneuver in such a way that it is just below the cat. And then what? Suddenly lift. The cat also knows, I am being rescued, and it sits quietly there. So actually like that, so somebody at least, one can send a basket like this, the frog may jump in that and they can be lifted out. If somebody's help is required, but on its own it is just impossible for the frog to come out from such deep well. So therefore, O revered master, my plight is like that now. So Andhakupa sitaha bhekaha iva, like such a frog. Aham me Brahadrata says, now think of it, who is the Brahadrata now? Not an ordinary person, an emperor. He says, Aham Sansruti sthitaha. Samskriti is samsara. I am here in this samsara, caught up on my own. I am unable to come out of this samsara. That is, samskrita means, what it means is, samsara kupat swayam bahihi nirgantum ashaktaha asmi. Samsara kupat swayam, on my own from this kupa, this deep well of samsara, swayam on my own, bahihi nirgantum, for coming out of that means getting freed, for getting freed from samsara, ashaktaha asmi, I am unable to do so. So therefore what you should do now? He is now beseeching Shakyayana to help him to gain Atma Jnana so that he can get freed from samsara. Samsara kupa patitam asmaduddhartum arhasi tvameva gatirasmakam anya kapi na vidyate. Samsara kupa patitam asmad uddhartum arhasi. Asmakam gatihi, asmakam anya, sandhi breaking, take that, asmakam tvameva gatihi. Fallen this well of samsara, like samsara sagar, samsara kupa. Kupa is well. So samsara kupa patitam, samsara kupe patitam, samsara kupa patitam. So me who has fallen in this deep well of samsara, asmad uddhartum arhasi. Asmad, from this, asmad samsara kupat. Asmad stands for samsara kupat. From this well, deep well of samsara, uddhartum arhasi, you should uplift me, you should take me out from this samsara. And therefore you are the only resort for me. Asmakam, asmakam to us means here for me. Tvameva gatihi, you are the only resort, you are the only ashraya for me. I can't seek anyone else. I don't find anyone who can help me from this plight of mine. So anya kapi gatihi na vidyate. There is no any other resort. Tvameva sharanam anyatha sharanam nasti. There is no other resort for me. You are the only resort because I know you are a jnani, you have got the capacity to impart this knowledge to me. So therefore I request you to impart this knowledge to me. Now Shakyayana was convinced that this Brihadrata has really got the Vairagya, and therefore he congratulates him first and then start the teaching. Rajnyosya tivra vairagyam drishtva mukhyadhikaritam tamaha kritakrityastvam atmadnyosi na samshayaha asya radnyaha tivra vairagyam mukhyadhikaritam, add cha drishtva. Drishtva is there, add cha. Asya radnyaha tivra vairagyam mukhyadhikaritam, add there cha drishtva. Tvam kritakrityaha atmadnyaha asi na samshayaha, add iti tam aha. Tvam kritakrityaha atmadnyaha asi na samshayaha, add iti tam aha. Asya radnyaha, of this king is Brihadrata. Brihadratas tivra vairagyam drishtva, having seen tivra vairagyam, having drishtva, having seen what? Tivra vairagyam, intense dispassion. Because vairagya can be of different variety, you know. Smashana Vairagya, Prasuti Vairagya. So like this, many Vairagyas are there, not Vairagya, Mukhya Vairagya. Really he has figured out what is the nature of the world. He has no interest in that. And of course, he has lived the life of emperor, means there may be a person, no, not like that, grapes are sour. Like jackal, the fellow could not get anything, and for what? They are sour, not that way. He has enjoyed the life, and in spite of that, he knows that there is no pith in that. So that maturity was there in him. So how that maturity came will be seen in the next stanza. Asya radnyaha tivra vairagyam. Having, that is, the drishtwise, having seen it will come. What having seen? Tivra vairagyam, number one, the intense dispassion. Number two, mukhyadhikaritam cha. He is a mukhyadhikari. That means he is a fit recipient for this knowledge, eligible person. When mukhyadhikaritva comes? Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti and shuddha antakarana amanitvadi values. So when this, that means right disposition is there. So when the fit disposition is there is no delay in gaining the Atma Jnana. Shakayanya could find here is a fit student, and therefore mukhyadhikaritam cha, having seen these both, tivra vairagya and that eligibility, perfect eligibility, mukhyadhikarikata, perfect eligibility, these both drishtva, having seen. So what did he say? So now Shakayana congratulates Brihadratha. Tvam kritakrityaha. You are already an accomplished person. Who is kritakrityaha? Krityam kritam yena saha. The one who has accomplished whatever that needs to be accomplished in life. And the highest accomplishment for human being is Atma Jnana and thereby moksha. So therefore, tvam kritakrityaha. You are a fulfilled person. You are an accomplished person. Again, you are who? Why so? Because Atmadnyaha asi. You are who? A jnani. You are the one who has got the Atma Jnana. Asi na samshayaha iti. There is no doubt about it. Will you agree with this? Shakayana says, you are a fulfilled person. You are an accomplished person. There is nothing needs to be accomplished by you. Why? You are a Atmadnyaha. What did Brihadratha ask for? Atma Jnana. If he had Atma Jnana, will he ask for Atma Jnana? When he asks for Atma Jnana, he is a Jnani or Ajnani? Ajnani. And he says what? You are Atma Jnana. Because Shakayana is damn sure now. Nothing can stop this person from gaining Atma Jnana. It is a matter of little time now. Little, he will make him inquire and discover this is our Swarupa. Nothing can stop him from him. So therefore, in anticipation, why he told this, a reason will be given in 26. Before even teaching, before even given the first dose of teaching, straight away he says, you are Atma Jnani, because the most, or that is the prominent obstruction in gaining Atma Jnana is not there in this Brihadratha. He has overcome that obstruction. Nothing can stop him from gaining Atma Jnana. So therefore, in anticipation, he says, is it as good as you have already got the Atma Jnana. Your Atma Jnana means what you say? It is as good as you have already got the Atma Jnana. So Atma Jnasi na samshayaha iti tam aha. So there is no doubt whatsoever about this. So who Shakayanya told to, he said to Brihadratha. And he continues, Shakayana continues now. Yajna danadi krityam te jatam vividishodayat safalam na punah karma kartavyam tetra vidyate te yajna danadi krityam vividishodayat safalam jatam. Te yajnadanadi krityam vividishodayat safalam jatam. te punaha punaha atra kartavyam karma na vidyate. Te punaha atra kartavyam karma na vidyate. Te, for you means in your case, yajna danadi krityam vividishodayat safalam jata. O king, all this that you have done in your lifetime, what are those? Yajna danadi krityam. The great sacrifices, charity, etc. that you have taken to, it has fructified. How is it that it has fructified? Because you have got the vividisha. Vividisha is veditum ichha. That intense jidnyasa is born in you. Because that intense jidnyasa is born, the purpose of taking to karmas, about the karmas stored in the shastras and charity, etc., is meant to get this disposition wherein one has got that yearning to know what the Atma Swarupa is. You have got it now, means all these yajna dana that you have done all life long have got fructified. So therefore he says, te, whatever that you have done, yajna dana krityam vividisho dayat, on account of that is vividisha udaya. Udaya means now birth, because of the birth of vividisha, veditum ichha vividisha, that intense yearning to know Atma Swarupa. By that it is what has become safalam jatam. It has become fruitful now. It has borne fruits. This is what we can find from Brihadaranyaka also. Vividishanti yadnena danena tapasa anashakena. Brihadaranyaka 4:422. The role of all these yajna, dana, tapas is to gain vividisha, veditum ichha, because these are the karmas done with the discipline in accordance with the Dharma Shastra. So they discipline your mind, and therefore what? That right thinking, discrimination dawns. The person doesn't take the things for granted, tries to inquire, that capacity to inquire independently without such, that means false concept, that comes as a result. The one develops that desire to gain the Atma Jnana. Vividishanti. Vividishanti means they struggle hard to gain the knowledge of Atma Swarupa. How? By what? Yadnena, danena. By yajnas means it's also karmas and sacrifices and karmas as told as duties in the Vedas. Danena, by charities other than yajnas, charities which are not connected to yajnas. Tapasa, by ascetic practices. But what type of tapas? Anashakena. Anashakena means na nashakena. Ascetic practice should not be so severe to destroy the body. No, such a thing. Shastra never recommends the ascetic practice which can torture the body. It never says. All that Shastra says, don't pamper the body. Whatever minimum needs that are required for the body, do give, but never pamper the body. So therefore, in the name of tapas, one should never torture the body. So tapasa, and that's why anashakena. Nashaka means that which is destroyed, that which ends the body, not such thing. So anashakena, with these means vividishanti. They develop the vividisha, the jidnyasa they develop. This is Brihadaranyaka 4:422. So the vividishanti. So now you have got the vividisha, means all that yajna, dana, tapas that you have taken to, they have given the result, anticipated result they have given. And therefore, it says, te, for you in your case now, punaha, again, hereafter. Punaha means again, hereafter. Atra, in this life for you. Of course, future life is not there for you. Even in this life, atra, says, atra kartavyam karma na vidyati. You have no more duties hereafter. All the duties that you have discharged have borne the fruits in terms of vividisha, and therefore there is nothing to be done hereafter. That this shows the karmas, the duties are to be discharged with the right attitude to get the vividisha, the desire to gain the knowledge. That is what for they are meant. That is what Shastra expects. So therefore you have accomplished that, and therefore there is nothing that needs to be done by you hereafter. The question was, Atmadnyaha Asi was told in 24. You are already a Atmadnya. How is it possible? The teaching has not started. The reason is given now. Why is Atmadnya? Vishaya Sakti Revasya Jnanasya Pratibandhika Esha tu nasti te jnanam Hasta praptamiva sthitam Vishaya Sakti eva asya jnanasya pratibandhika Esha tu, add, Tvai, Esha tu, Tvai, to be added, Na asti, nasti, again add, Ataha, Te jnanam, hasta praptamiva sthitam. What denies any person the Atma Jnana, the knowledge of one's true nature? What is that? Vishaya Asakti. The diagnosis is Vishaya Asakti. That Asakti, that hankering, that trishna, for the Vishayas. So, I will be happy by this sense enjoyment. So, Vishaya Sakti eva jnanasya pratibandhika. It is pratibandhika, means the one that obstructs the knowledge of one's true nature. Why so? What is the reason? Why Vishaya Sakti, hankering for sense object Vishayas, can deny the Atma Jnana? First casualty of Atma Jnana, what is it? Ahankara, identification of the body. Vishaya Sakti, Vishaya Bhoga, what does it do? It plasters the identification of the body. Think, apatya, you know, apatya? Ayurveda apatya. So it is like apatya. Any vibhoga necessarily presupposes the identification of the body, is it not? Because without body you can't enjoy the sense object. So therefore, first to have the sense object you have to work, do karma, means identify the body. Having got it, for enjoying identification. Again, protecting also identifying the body at all levels. Deha tadatmya is going to get strengthened more and more by Vishaya Bhoga. Now here in Atma Jnana, first and foremost thing that you have to knock down is this wrong notion that you are the body, because body cannot be me, Chaitanya alone can be me. How is that? You will see that Atma Sarupa is Chaitanya Sarupa, the very knowledge principle, that is the Atma Sarupa. Body, whether gross, or subtle or causal, can never be me. That which comes and goes, that which is subject to destruction can never be me, because the true me is always without birth, death, ever existing principle, without any change whatsoever. So that being the case, so this Vishaya Sakti eva asya means jidnyasoho, that mumukshoho, jnanasya pratibandhika. Jnanasya pratibandhika is the great obstruction. Now Brihadrata, in your case what has happened now? Esha means this Vishaya Sakti which is pratibandha to Tvai, in you nasti. You have overcome that. You have got vividisha now. You have cut the entire world to its own size. What is called a Shobhanadhyasa. Shobhanadhyasa, that superimposing the false attribute that the world is capable of giving me what I want to seek in life in terms of joy and contentment, that you don't have. That glamorous superimposition is not there on the world, thinking that it will make you happy. So you have got the vividisha, jidnyasutva you have got. So esha, that Vishaya Sakti is not in you, ataha, therefore for you, te, in your case, jnanam, atma jnanam, hasta praptam iva sthitam. It is as good as it is in your hand, like the hastamalaka, like a berry, a fruit on your palm. How much time does it take to eat it? It's accomplished one. All that you have to put in the mouth. like Atma Jnana is so readily available to you because the disposition that is indispensable for Atma Jnana, you already got, nothing can stop from this. And Shakayana knows he can now certainly teach this person, he is eligible for that and nothing can stop him from gaining the Atma Jnana. So hasta praptam iva sthitam. Now, what is this Atma Swarupa? Now the inquiry starts. Samsara heyatam buddhva tyakte tasmin asheshataha yo vasishto bhati saha ayamevatmetyavagaccha bhuho. It has to go out of meter because you have broken it. That's why that avagraha is put. If you don't break, it will not go. Say, yo vasishto bhati soyamevatmetyavagaccha bhuho. In one this comes. But for this thing, for easy this you have to stop. When you have stopped, you can't say so. Then yamevatmevagaccha bhuho you can't say. That avagraha stands for akara. And again, so you can't say saha ayameva, you have to break. Samsara heyatam buddhva tasmin asheshataha tyakte. Tasmin asheshataha tyakte. Yaha avashishtaha bhati saha ayam eva atma iti avagaccha bhuhu. What is bhuhu? Is an address just to draw your attention. Look like this. Look means that is that addressing only. So he is addressing the king. Oh, look here. So like this. Oh, that is, oh, you can say that. Look. So bhoho. Samsara heyatam buddhva. Having known this samsara is worthy of discarding. This entire samsara is worthy of discarding. For us, is it worthy of discarding? Not yet. That's true. Why? because we are not at the level of who? Brihadrata. That's correct. That's not. So no. By saying yes, it is not going to help. Your acharya will. It is not simply what lip service. Acharya will reveal that what is there. So because people will go to satsanga, but if samsara is to be given in what? You be careful. Don't. Why do you run after the dadiwalas and walkers? They will ask you to what? Give up the samsara. Better what? Keep it. Keep it forever. Godspeed unto you, unless everything goes into 6 and 7, then the eyes will open. Ayyo, why did I do that? So therefore, before it is too late, better be wise and know what is what. The spade is spade, better know it. See now, at least now you can imagine. Brihadrata is not an ordinary person. And again, he was the emperor not by hook and crook. Nowadays, no, the person can be, I won't spell out. I won't spell out. He may be the top of the affairs of the country as such, but maybe crook. May not be the present one as such. Okay, that's fine. You can get nowadays enough of chief ministers. Or ullu pillu, all varieties you can. The rogues there, that is what, now what will happen? It's not that way. This person who is brought up in Dharma Shastra, who has studied in those days, etc., who has lived a life of Dharma, such a person, so that means the ideal person in accordance with the Dharma Shastra, and he had that much of punya that he had become the emperor, a person sought after by all. As an emperor also, he was a sort of person sought after by all as such. Such a person is that. So that being the case, Now he has discovered this. Means we can't just brush it aside like something nonsense or something. You can't say. At least with an open mind we have to inquire what made him discover this. So certainly there is something. Otherwise, how much effort is required to shift along with the samsara as such? You have got majority with you, no? Majority are with you. So because what? And if anyone says, what is this? This person is talking about this samsara life, etc. So they will start frowning. Something wrong with this individual. But here is the one who has discovered the truth, and that is what is consented by none other than Shakayanya Muni. And therefore he says, samsara heyatam buddha. Having known this for certain, the heyata means the one which is fit to be discarded. Why so? It is transitory in nature. This samsara is fleeting in nature. So, fleeting in nature, or samsara is full of sorrows. No doubt some joys are here and there, we don't deny. Shastra doesn't deny little sense pleasures here and there, but by all means it is full of sorrow. So beginning to end it has got sorrows only. Birth is sorrow, death is nothing but sorrow. In between, parading sorrow. Joy, some joy here and there may be there, but it is worth nothing. So the price that you pay is something which is not commensurate with what you are going to get in return. So that being the case, the simple commerce, it is common sense of commerce. So samsara heyatam buddha means entire samsara, jagat is something which is falsely attributed on our true nature. That's what he says. Nikhilasyapi prapanchasya atmani adhyastatva. Entire prapancha, entire jagat, entire samsara is something which is falsely attributed on our true nature. How do you say so? Right now we can verify. First let me know, what is your samsara? Whatever that we exist means sum total of our experience, is it not? We are not bothered, good, bad, indifferent. Okay, how do you get them? All experiences we are undergoing during waking state. All experiences we undergo during the deep state and dream state. Then deep sleep state. From birth, beginning point, last point is death. In between these 2 points, all these experiences that each and every individual has undergone, accumulated thing, his or her samsara. Right? Agree? Huh? Now, find out, is it permanent or what? In this entire samsara, now you don't know what is samsara now. In this, what is that what is that which remains ever the same, and what are those things which go on ever changing? All waking state experiences, do they change or not? The moment you dream or sleep, gone. The moment you wake up from dream experience is gone. The moment you sleep, other two gone. Wake up from sleep, that is gone. Is it not? All comes, goes, comes, goes, comes, goes. Agreed? What is that which remains all the time? Don't say straight away I. That because you have read somewhere, that's why. Now, without that, you tell me what is that? How do you get all these experiences? Is it ever possible for anyone to have any experience, irrespective of the quality and the texture of experience, to have that experience without Chaitanya? Before Chaitanya, what else is required? Vrittis, antakarana vrittis. Look, in one of the sessions we have seen, All experiences are presented through the channels of antakarana vrittis, the thought patterns. But thought patterns by themselves are inert in nature. What you need is the Chaitanya Tattva to illumine them. So that being the case, all these come and go, all experiences come and go. The principle because of which the experience is possible, that Chaitanya which is Anubhava Swarupa, that is all along. If I am any one of these, for example, if generally what is our concept, who is me? Physical body, anyone will say physical body. So if I am the physical body, one thing is certain, I am in and through all these three states. Take as a unit of one day as such. One day as for analysis. What applies to one day will apply to entire lifespan. In one day, look, I am undergoing waking state, dream state and deep state. What is our concept? What is me? The gross body as me as such. If I am the gross body, in dream am I there or not? I am there. In sleep am I there or not? Yes. But is the gross body there in dream and sleep? But I continue to be there. Means gross body cannot be. If psyche, mind, intellect, antakarana is me, in waking state, antakarana, the psyche is there or not available? Yes, perhaps it can be me. In the dream state it is there or not? Yes. Therefore, perhaps it needs more strengthened now. Maybe body, physical body is not me, but mind, intellect, and equipment, the psyche may be me, but in sleep, still I continue to be there. Means even the antakarana, I can't be. Then who can I be? Can I be the ignorance? Ignorance also can go. So therefore, the one because of whom I am undergoing all the experiences or capable of experiencing everything that is experienced in the waking state, because of whom entire dream world, dreamer and dream experiences are, that is received, and sleep experience also is, that is got. That one is the true I which ever remains in and through all these three states. What is that? Can it be anything other than Chaitanya Tattva, the pure awareness principle? That is the true I. Rest all comes and goes, comes and goes. That which comes and goes is worthy to be discarded. Heya. The God says, Samsara heyatam buddha. So, what is not there in the beginning, what is not going to be their end, is not going to be real in nature. What is the quotation for this? Adavante chayannasti vartamanepi tattata. Though it appears to be there, truly it is not there. So that being the case, samsara heyatam buddha. Having known the heyata, heyata means that is something which is fit to be discarded. Tasmin asheshataha tekti. Tasmin means that heya samsare asheshataha tekti. When that samsara which is fit to be discarded, when totally given up, yaha avashishtaha bhati. The one who remains and is cognized, bhati. Bhati means one is known. That is Atma. You see that in Sarve bhavantu sukhinos, sarve